Hello. No, I want to start with the sun episode, where we talk about the sun meaning in astronomical and also astrological and symbolical idea, with some astronomical facts here. The sun is about 100 times wider than the Earth and about 10 times wider than Jupiter, which is the biggest planet, a gas planet. I already talked about Jupiter in another episode. If the sun were as tall as a typical front door, the Earth would be about the size of a nickel. So you can see the relation. The sun is really immense. So the sun is the only star in our solar system. When we look in a heliotropic viewpoint, the perspective is that the center of our solar system is built by the sun, and its gravity holds the solar system together. So all the planets, stars, tiny bits of space debris, asteroids, everything that circle around the sun is really bound and hang on to the sun. So it's very important in the astronomical Milky Way and the astronomical solar system as we see it of today. The part of the sun we see from Earth is, of course, another perspective, and here we call it the geotropic perspective, the geotropic view, which we also use for astrology because we want to know the planets and stars and everything, also the sun, how it influences, how it meets our planet Earth. So we see, of course, of the sun, we see only the surface. As you can see in the picture, the sun doesn't actually have a solid surface because it's a ball of plasma. Okay, nothing could live on the sun, that's for sure. We already know that in science, but its energy is vital for most life on Earth. So we see again the importance of the sun, which is not anymore suppressed. So the sun is really the very important thing in the sky. We also know when the sun is not shining, we are depressive and we don't like to go out, and we need the sun for blooming, for planting seeds, for doing something, for being more active. So the astrological meaning can be seen when we look at the symbol. The symbol is a circle and a little point inside in the center. So this glyph is the sun, symbolized the divine, the totality of energy existing in the cosmos. It represents the creative energy of the soul, the vital force, the spirit, the eternal, the infinite. So everything, you can say. It is the energy that holds together the different parts of the personality, as well as it holds together this whole solar system and all the objects that are fueling around. In all cultures, the sun has a symbolism that suggests life, perpetual fertility, and the creation of life. Celebrating and glorified over millennia, the sun has a distinct mythical meaning and has become the inspiration for astrologers and astrology. In the zodiac circle, we see the analog sign in the zodiac, which is Leo, and also the house number 5. This talks all about creativity and self-expression. So we interpret very much the sun characteristics also in a chart when we see the sun position. Its energy is, of course, fire, the element of fire, and it's male, and it's fixed energy as well. So this is all what we can say about the astronomy and astrology so far, to keep it simple. And I also want to show you about the archetype, because the sun in a chart also symbolizes the archetype, how a personality is acting, and they value what they value and what they create in life. So the archetype is very important, and I put down here a definition of CG Jung, he also explained 12 archetypes. And he means by archetypes a universal thought, prototype of the collective unconscious, symbolic figures that create associations and emotions. So this is very much also found in the tarot cards when you look for the big arcana cards, where you have certain figures which symbolize the hero, the lover, the innocent, or the magician. So this is very much the archetype, how we also explain in the chart when we see the sun in a certain position. Yeah. So, this is what I wanted to talk about, and I want to close it up with the sun signs, which we have in the zodiac circle, which is here shown with the 12 signs. For those who are not familiar with it, we start with the eastern side, where we have Aries at the beginning of the Western Hemisphere chart reading, which is Aries. And anti-clockwise, we go with the next sign, which is Taurus, followed by Gemini. Then we have Cancer, we have Leo, we have Virgo, we have again Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and in the end, Pisces. This is our legendary and really very archetypal zodiac circle, which symbolizes all the 12 signs, and we use it still for interpretation. So before I start with the sun sign explanations, when we have the sun in certain signs here, I want to talk about all 12 signs. I want to stop and start again